There is such a wonderful and loving tribute for the teens who died at Oxford High School in November of 2021. To tell us all about it is Jennifer Curtis. Thank you for joining us today, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me
Of
to
course.
talk about Hana's garden.
Yeah, so Jennifer, this is such a beautiful way to remember those souls whose lives were taken too soon. Tell us a little bit about Hana's garden. Who is it named after, and why did you decide to create the space?
So Hana's garden is named for Hana St. Juliana, who was the youngest of the four victims in the Oxford High School shooting. A friend of the family had an idea for a garden for Hana, and had a small like pop-up sale with memorabilia, t-shirts for Hana and jewelry. And the event was, we couldn't believe how many people came out. People waited in line for hours to come in and do some shopping. And that fundraiser raised double what was expected. And from there, the idea of a bench and a tree just sort of blossomed and grew, and with some support of people who could design and draw and imagine a beautiful space, became this larger garden with dedicated spaces for all four students.
That's beautiful. Now, it's located at the Seymour Lake Township Park in Oxford. So tell us a little bit more about the design, and what do you hope that the atmosphere creates? What do you want when people go there to remember those beautiful souls? What do you hope it creates?
So Seymour Lake Park is a staple area in our community. Baseball, lacrosse, soccer, splash pad, a playground, 4th of July festival. Everybody who lives in Oxford spends time there. It was an important space for the St. Juliana family, for sports and other events. So it's a place for people to come together in our community. And I think that that's one of the big hopes, that this park creates space for people to come together and sit amongst a beautiful park. There's a central waterfall feature planned, and pergolas and gorgeous flowers. Hana incidentally means flower in Japanese, so we'll have lots of flowers to pay tribute to. So a place where people can continue to come as a staple in our community, but also then to spend time in a serene place and remember our four students, and in the hopes that they're not forgotten, and what happened here isn't forgotten.
Of course. And when can people pay their respects, and how can they do that?
The hope is that the groundbreaking happens in the spring. We're in the process of gathering more donations. The four County Community Foundation has a website, 4ccf.org, and there will be a link to the Hana Memorial Fund there, and people can contribute donations there. So very, very hopeful that with the continued support of the community and beyond, that we can break ground in the spring and realize the full dream of the garden soon, so we can start spending time in the beautiful space.
Yes, and this is all possible through the Hana St. Juliana Memorial Fund, and we will have a link to that and how people can donate in our hot link section. Jennifer, thank you so much for what you're doing, and you know, it is so good for us to remember these beautiful lives lost so soon, and just to honor their legacy and their memory. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you having me on.
Of course, you are so welcome. And if you have any ideas on what you would like to see on our show, you can send them to us at WNEM-4pmnews@WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.